Hey, so I thought I'd do this video, a little quick one. And I'm kind of being guided to just talk about self-forgiveness and unconditional love, which each deserve their own video and a very lengthy one at that. But I'm just being called to say that growth is hard and it's uncomfortable, and you're going into something, you're growing and going into something that you've never been or had before, and you have to give yourself grace to get used to that, to even be afraid of that. Sometimes when it starts to feel good, it gets scary. And I'm speaking from experience. If you know me, then you know that my story is not a pretty one, nor was it an easy one. But I have come into a place of understanding, and it's helping me to come into a place where I'm finally able to change my perception and thereby change what I'm experiencing in the world and how I show up. People who know me, like, I even physically look different nowadays, to the point to where I'm starting to notice that I look different. I kind of got that Benjamin Button. For those of you that don't know, I'm a grandmother. I have 2 grandbabies, and they are so precious. My little granddaughter is a little bitchy boo boo. Hey, Granny baby, because I know she's watching, because my baby. But I say that to say this. I don't regret any of my past. I don't regret any of my past. I don't think it was fair, no. But I don't regret any of it because it made me who I am, and I like who I am. Also, it helped me to cultivate the ability to love unconditionally, because having seen the darkest of the dark in the world caused me to be able to love a person through that when it was necessary. It also, it did take me a while to learn how to build boundaries, but I learned those lessons, and it took me that time, and I went through those things so that I can, talk to my daughter, help my granddaughter, help her with my granddaughter, and help you, whoever's watching, whoever's on the other side of this. I went through the things that I went through so that I could help other people. And so I don't regret any of it. But I do think that we all need to give ourselves grace. And I am just learning that. And I think that's why I'm being called to say this now. But I'm just learning that, you can't be perfect right out the gate at everything. And being an Aries sun, I want to be the best at all things all the time. But sometimes you gotta learn. Life is a learning experience. Earth is a school. We're here to learn. We're here to understand. We're here to come together. We're here to learn how to love each other. There's so much separation, so much divide, so much hate. And what is it that you really hate at this point? Because I don't feel like all of nothing is one way. So blanket statements are just stupid. I'm sorry. maybe that's not politically correct, but if you don't know by now, I don't care. Like, I don't give a but to label people, to make blanket statements, to say all of this is that or whatever like that, that's really dumb, because we all think that we're different. So if you're different, then how can you say that everything of anything is the same if you think you're different? Like, you think you're the only person that's different? Like, really? But I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't get. One of those things that I don't understand. And that's okay. I'm not meant to understand everything. And neither are you. So understand what you do and what you don't, you will. That much I can promise you. If you really want to understand it, at some point you will. No matter what it is. You know, even when, you know, something bad happens, you're just like, oh my God, why did this happen? And trust me, I've had to ask quite a few times. I've had some really frank conversations, and, you know, I felt really hated by God. And you know what? That's something we'll get into in another video, because that's not something that can be covered shortly, because that's a deep dive for me. But that being said, I just wanted to kind of touch base and tell you to give yourself grace, forgive yourself, love on yourself, and just make yourself smile. It's okay. And it's gonna be okay. I love you all.